Go ahead and get rid of the timer right now. It's movie sign. It's movie sign. Boom. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of it on the chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Baby, you look all right. Lighting.
Thank you. You're quite attractive.
Lighting wise.
You're a terrible person.
Lighting.
I look all right. Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, let's get your camera set up here.
Oh.
Yes. Hold on. Look at you laughing about something other than me making a genitalia reference.
I mean, I am editing Slay, so.
Okay. All right. And yeah, it's a little goofy over there.
Yeah, look, I weirdly like the.
Yeah.
Anybody who is my age,
I don't know what I did, dude.
who started wearing makeup, say like in the 80s ish, and the whole thing was the very dark face, and I am blended, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be blending. Yeah, it's okay.
A little bit. I just a little tweak, saturation down. Okay, now we're incredibly pale. There you go.
Which we are actually incredibly pale, but that has. Oh, bye, you guys.
All right, so the two whitest people you know are looking at you in the camera right now, and here's what we're going to cover. We are going to talk about we got review counts, publishing schedule, and we have a pup date back. After long.
We do.
Yeah, I brought back the puck date. We got a new sale coming up, and we're going to get to the most awkwardest Christmas letter ever, and I'm sorry, I just can't with this. I got to bring up.
That's all right. That's better. I'll live with the weird. Maybe it's this, because this is normally not this color. It's normally brighter.
Turn it off.
But can I change the color on it?
Yeah, it's one of the buttons up on top, whatever. You screw with that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, coming up.
I'm just leaving it.
December 2nd.
It's green now.
December 2nd, we have the Junkie Meetup, which is run by Steve the Iceberg Rickyberg. We got to check with Steve on the Death is Black stories, too. You didn't back me on that. And, you know, it's a hangout. You can jump in on Zoom, bring your own beverage, do your hanging out, and chit-chat with other junkies.
Now, here's the thing. It's super fun. It's a real long time, so you can hop in and out no matter where you are in the world. That's why he hosts it for that long amount of time. I spent quite a lot of time on this past weekend was the November Junkies meetup, and I spent quite a lot of time. I also was home alone, and I got high because it's California, so that's okay. And then I had to walk the dogs, and I noticed a bunch of dog walkers with a bonfire, and I forgot. And so finally Steve texted me and was like, hey, are you okay? It's fine if you don't come back, but you left your Zoom on. And I was like, oh, I forgot. I thought it was called a chimnea. It's called a chimnea. It's like a little terracotta fire pit. And it was so fun. And then I was like, oh, I got to come back. And then I spent another hour or so with them. It was really fun. I enjoy it a lot.
So you can do that if you want to. And then, let's see. Did I put the Jeffrey Haskell book in? Is there a book in there?
There might be.
Turn that off. You got to dig deep. You got to dig deep to find the book. There we go. Next week. Oh, you did not pull that out. Why would you do that?
I was stupid.
Yeah, set that down.
I'm so sorry. I was doing it for...
Hey, fuck your bookmark. You know what? Go back to the beginning and read over, jackass. Fuck you where you read that far.
I did it with flourish, too, you guys. You saw me. I went... I'm so sorry, honey.
Jesus Christ. You know I'm barely literate to begin with. When I was in Florida, Dr. Dan Baker, PhD, had to read stories to me because I really couldn't focus on it. We're going to talk to Jeffrey Haskell next week, who's the author of Against All Odds. If you have finished The Crypt and you're jonesing for more Crypt-ish Starship combat, it doesn't have a lot of the weirdness of The Crypt, but excellent book. Super cool guy. I met him at DragonCon.
He's not all the way done, but he's about to start over because I just pulled out his bookmark.
But I finished the audiobook version. So he will be on next week. But I point this out to you guys because I know we've got a bunch of speed readers out there. So if you like yourself some well-written Starship combat and super cool, believable characters, and it's book one of a trilogy, it's very cool. And the main character, the captain of this ship, is also completely screwed over by the Navy in a lot the same way Travis Ellis was screwed over by the Navy. So there's a lot of commonalities with the Crypt, and he and I met and grooved on that at DragonCon. So you have time to get this and read this if you want to before he comes on next week, and you can ask him educated questions.
What was that? What was that word in there?
Yount to.
If yount to.
And it's also an Athon, the little Athon, whatever that is. little Aethon Firebird. So he's a label mate of mine right now. Okay.
James, nice to see you out there. Generally, nice to see you. Hey, Guy. Hey, Dan. Hey, guy.
Brian Lancaster, what's up? I've seen any others. D79. Okay,
D79. Yeah, we've been discussing we're quite pale tonight. We don't know why. It's fine.
It's fine. We're gonna try and figure that out in a minute. This is how transparently white we are. It's like we're like what color are we? No, we're not Caucasian. We're milk. We're milk color.
Yeah. I look a lot like my mom, and my mom is just this teeny tiny little bitty thing, and
hey, James.
And is a lot smaller than I am in every way, height and size and everything. And I always say if she turns sideways, she's see-through. That's how skinny and pale she is.
Let's go to books. I wanted to say we are now almost at 300 reviews for The Crypt Shakedown over at Amazon. Let's do a quick return. Sometimes we get surprised by this and other ones have come in. 296 reviews for The Crypt, averaging 4.7. So if you have read this story and you can go leave a review at Audible, please do. Our goal, we want to get to 1,000 in a few months, and that's going to take work from pushing the reviews.
Yeah.
And it's also going to take work. You guys, if you've listened to this on Audible and you like it, share it with other people, talk to other people, gift it if you wish, and try and find people who will, your friends kind of like the same stuff you like mostly.
Yeah. And also I'll tell you, if you are part of a specific Facebook group, I don't care what it's about, knitting, recipes, Pokemon, whatever. If you're part of a TikTok crowd, if you're part of Crime Talk or Lemon Talk or whatever, or Book Talk, go ahead and if it's relevant, mention. I'm actually just reading my first romance books in a million years because I'm part of a TikTok where somebody was like, listen, I know you might love this author. Her name is Abby Jimenez, if you care. And you love her TikToks, but you don't read her writing because she reads romance novels. And it sounded exactly like what Scott always says when he's like, listen, I appreciate that you don't love football. What I can tell you is give me 4 chapters of this book, and you'll see how much about football it is and how much about everything else it is. And very rarely, we get a couple emails a month of people saying I fucking hate football, but I read this book on my friend's, recommendation and I love it. That's what I did, and now I'm on her 3rd book because it's not really about romance. So I listened to somebody in a TikTok space that is not about books, and I took a risk. So if you have somebody and it reminds you of these books, mention, because it just might matter.
Okay, and then going back to books, we also have some other interesting review counts going on. Druden, which is the full cast audiobook, the full cast audio drama, which adapted an original World War II horror screenplay of mine. That is up over at Audible. It's got 7 ratings. And it's a little bit different. It's 2 hours and 46 minutes, so you burn a credit or you buy it. But if you do happen to consume this over at Audible, go leave a review. It is super fun. We put it out on Halloween. We had a Halloween
release. Put it out
release.
on Halloween. Scott has a cameo, so I know some of you love to hear Scott's narration.
Girl.
I do it every week. Scott has a featured role.
The featured role, top of the billboard, above the fold, whatever the phrase is. I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm very important. 5. Oh, I'm going to talk to them about
5 actors
this.
in.
I'm going to talk to them about this. They think the people who run the company and act for them all the time and have many more minutes of screen time than they think they're going to go in front of me? The fuck they will. The fuck they will.
Listen, a lot of you are asking. I've gotten it in every format. I've gotten it by text, Facebook message, emails, everything. If you are wondering about how to rate Druden on Goodreads, I'm not sure that you can yet. I'm working on that. Druden only exists as a screenplay outside of graphic audio. And that matters in the book world for metadata. So Goodreads works on metadata. Druden doesn't have metadata because it isn't a book. And I cannot make metadata because it isn't a book. So I'm not sure you can do it on Goodreads yet. I'm communicating with, or I'm trying to communicate with Goodreads. In the meantime, if you are burning, if you have something to say, something good to say, and you're burning to do that, please do it at Audible. It literally cannot hurt us for you to appreciate this on our partners' Graphic Audio's Audible site or whatever. So go ahead and do that.
And then over at books, this has been I saw this today, a little bit of a surprise. Wait a minute. Where did the review count go? Oh, there it is. It's up top. 4,255 ratings for Mount Fitzroy. So we're actually starting to close in on 5,000 reviews. So that'll be a new goal. Unlike Jerry Lewis, it's like a telethon. We got to get to 5,000, then you know we're. I don't know if that's not. That's not Jerry Lewis.
No, that might be one of your.
It might be Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh, it is Bobcat Goldthwait.
And Bobcat is basically Jerry with his squinted face.
Gilbert Godfrey, you're doing. Right?
That's it. Gilbert Godfrey. Thank you. Gilbert Godfrey.
Hey, Tori, I hope you're doing well, too.
You guys, if you want to know what really dirty people say on comedy roast, or they roast other people, you got to watch fucking Gilbert Godfrey. He's the king. And then finally, just Aliens Phalanx, ladies and gentlemen, a throwback is 2,922 ratings.
You guys rule.
Which means we're closing in on 3,000 ratings, and it is the most reviewed Aliens novel, new Aliens novel, at Audible, and I'm sort of neck and neck with Charybdis, Alex White. Yeah, Alex White also.
Which is great.
Alex White and I have just run game on Audible for Phalanx. And so and an awesome person, great story. So you should check those two out. All right, back to Maine. So there we go. We got caught up on that. And then we got our publishing schedule. Here we go. Coming up, we have, sorry. I know what my producer's doing, son of a bitch. Yeah. Here we go. We have last Sunday, we put out Blood is Red, Episode 7, The Great Snipe Hunt, Part 3. We finished up The Great Snipe Hunt, so if you've been waiting to re-listen to this, go to scottsludo.com or go to your podcast feed, whatever. And then this coming up this week, we are going to have, on November 12th, this Sunday, the episode that drops will be Number One with a Bullet, Part 1. Perfectly suited for the NFL season.
If you have not heard the short story collections, and I know that over the years since we published that, which was 2012, some folks have not heard these stories. Number One with a Bullet is very interesting for football season. It's about like a beautiful, terrific recruit going to the NFL. And I literally didn't know this until I read this story, which was before I actually met Scott face to face, that the NFL, if they're gonna, anybody who's going to maybe be recruited or drafted, they have a crazy background check, a crazy background check, so that if there's something a little bit weird, like, oh, until you were 13, your whole family was in a cult, they're gonna do all that so that they can prepare what they can decide whether or not you're still worth hiring, and then they can prepare what to do if those things come up. And it was really interesting. I called him up. I was like, how did you think of all of this? And he's like, have you lived under a rock your entire life? What are you talking about?
No, that's not common knowledge. The NFL is spending, at a minimum, hundreds of thousands of dollars on a player who will make the final roster. Under $100,000, probably somebody who goes training camp and gets cut. But once you're on the team, you're making league minimum, which I think at this point is $650,000, somewhere in that ballpark.
I think it might be $750,000.
Somewhere in that ballpark. So that's league minimum, right? That is the least amount you're going to pay to an employee. If it's someone you're going to draft in the first, second round, you're going to wind up eventually paying them anywhere from $5 to $20 million a year. And if you're going to pay someone $20 million a year, you want to know if they are in a cult that sexualizes puppies. You're just going to want to know this shit.
Yes.
I think that's fair.
Also, David Lamb in the chat room on Facebook says, wait, it's not quite like the Combine, though. So here's the thing. The Combine...
Bye, Brian.
...is not called the Combine in real life, is it?
It is. The Combine is the Combine in real life, yeah.
So it isn't like the Combine, but a player can't get to the Combine. Doesn't get that invite to go to the Combine until all this back work has been done. Because if it comes out that they're in a cult that sexualizes... I don't even like to say that.
Yeah, I don't know why you bring that up. Sounds
how
nasty.
dare I? They're never going to offer that question, or offer that offer, I guess, which I found so interesting then. So if you guys don't know anything about Number One with a Bullet... Is it the whole thing or just one episode?
It's the two-part, and part one's going to launch this Sunday.
Yeah.
So let's real quick. We've got a giant-ass question that came in, so we'll just jump on it.
Yeah, let me ask it so you can answer it.
Okay.
Here's a question I've had about the GFL for a long time. There have been many great GFL quarterbacks, including Donald Pine, Frank Zimmer, Bobby Adronic. But I've only heard one reference to Tony Three's time Galaxy Bowl championship quarterback Sam London, which was mentioned from Tarrant the Smasher. What happened to him, and will we see a mention or appearance from him?
You realize I just spoke about cults that sexualize puppies?
Well.
Yeah. Even in the GFL, a bad actor in the league can do something where they just want that person canceled and erased and they don't talk about him anymore. So I'm not at liberty to say what happened to 3-time Galaxy Bowl winner London. So I'm not. It's I don't want to get fined. I don't get fined by the GFL.
Nobody wants to get
Nobody
fined.
wants to get fined.
Yeah.
And then the last thing we got coming up, over in the publishing world, I'm going to show you this. You can't buy it yet. Don't yell at me. Slay will be out February 14th. We're going with this as the cover. I got to clean up that cover a little bit. It needs some more margins. But Scott Sigler with Rob Otto.
Jim.
And A is just finished up assembling the Rob Otto and the Big John Viscara and the A Sigler edit. Those are all together. And then I will, as soon as I finish Warpath, and Warpath should be done. I should be finished with the first draft of Warpath to send to the publisher at the end of November. First 2 weeks of December are going to be getting Slay done and out the door where it's going to print. All I'm doing is reviewing edits and approving or declining. And we still got to go to copy edit, right?
Yeah, so what happens from here, this is on track to release, as Scott just showed you, on Valentine's Day of next year. The book is wholly finished other than the edit. So what he's going to do is do a final draft for a draft for the copy editor. Then we send it to a copy editor who gets paid to do all the things that Rob Otto, John Viscara, and I just did, but she has training and lots and lots of experience. So she knows like the gerunds and all the cases for all the things and how you write lie down, lay down, it lay next to him, it is next, whatever, all that jazz. Sends it back to him, he goes through that, and then we format it, and it comes to you. Print on demand, audio, hopefully. We don't exactly control that, but we're working with Audible already, and ebook on Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day. And then the last part of what's coming up, once I finish Slay, and Slay is out the door, I will do the final draft of GFL Book 7, and we expect that to be out. In 2024, right? Yep. So there you go.
Mary Garrett, if you haven't gotten your book, please ping me again and let me know, and I'll follow up again because I'm going in there tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'm hoping you probably have it.
We have A's most awkwardest Christmas letter ever coming up. But first, ladies and gentlemen, we got a new sale. We got new stuff. We're going to show you all the stuff because we're capitalist pigs. What we do. We have the Orange and Black Friday sale is on now. We started now. We hit the button
It's
right
already
now.
live.
And 15% off site-wide for everything at scottsigler.com. Oh, let's go to shop. Let's go back to books. So we got, number one, merch. We're going to go through, just show you a couple things.
We're revealing a whole bunch now.
Anything that we ship or that ships through us, anything that you can buy from our site, is 15% off. If it's just a link to Amazon, if it's a link to Audible, you're not getting your fucking 15%, right?
You
gotta go talk to
pay
somebody
at
else.
scottsigler.com.
Yeah.
Now I'll just say this: this is the whole of Empty Set, right? So if you find a thing that you're supposed to put in the cart and buy at scottsigler.com that isn't giving you the discount, you let me know. We'll fix that. Even after the fact, just buy it and I'll refund it. I think I got it all right, but it's just the two of us, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. So we're going to show you some of the new stuff right now.
Yeah. So wait, did you say what the deal is so that they don't shop first?
The code is Orange Friday. Because it's Orange and Black Friday. But just in case...
You know it's Black Friday. But...
Just in case you go on a bender and you have like a 5-martini lunch and you know what, things don't go so well and you drive your golf cart off the edge of the path in Florida, Black Friday will work too. So we want to be cute with Orange Friday, but Black Friday... We thought
you guys
Orange
know
and
us.
Black Friday as a coupon code, that's too much.
Yeah.
So Orange Friday, Black Friday get you the same percentage, 15% off.
Yep. So there are... all these things that we're going to show you in a minute, but quite literally anything you can put into the cart at scottsigler.com and purchase, you'll get 15% off until Monday after Thanksgiving or Sunday night at 11:50, whatever. That you'll get that 15% off for anything you put in the cart. Doesn't cover shipping. It's important because our non-U.S. Fans, that's a big deal. It gets expensive. So it doesn't cover shipping, but it covers everything else.
Baker, shut the fuck up. God damn it. All right, let's see some goods.
All right. Well,
here we go. Here's some goods. Here's some of the new stuff.
So you've seen this already, I think. This is the PUV James Keeling We're calling it a sippy cup.
It's a sippy cup.
What it's really called.
I wish I had brought this with me to Florida, Dr. Daniel Baker, because when I'm trying to find 2108 Barracuda Lane, this would have been. I'd been.
There is also live right now in the store at scottsigler.com. There's also a Kraken sippy cup. If you're not a big fan of the Crip, but you absolutely want a Kraken's one, we don't have it.
These are solid. These are really, they're plastic.
Yeah, these have been washed. Everything I'm about to show you here in this room, I've washed at least 10 times in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
If it's a thing that goes in the dishwasher. However, I know from buying millions of these things, the more you hand wash it, the longer it will last. This has been through the dishwasher 10 times. It's perfect. If it goes to the dishwasher 100 times, I don't know. So consider washing the precious things.
I like what you did there, grabbing your screen time, because now I'm a professional actor.
Oh,
and
okay.
very important. I know how to occupy the stage. So you were like, well, if you go put this through the dishwasher.
Did I?
Hey.
I'm so sorry.
Hey.
It is a tumbler, gentlemen.
Camera one. Let's get it on the big guy.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'll do this. We also have this. Wait, I got it. There we go. We also have this.
What we're saying is hand wash this shit and it'll last forever.
This has also been washed 10 times and it's fine, but I feel like I can feel the edges of that, so I feel like eventually it may, just like every other screen printed thing you've ever purchased.
That's fantastic.
Can we switch? Wait, hang on. Can we switch to this camera?
Sure. Yep, can do.
This is also for sale.
Oh.
This. Oh, wait, hang on.
Well, actually not. This is not for sale.
This.
Oh, yeah, look at this. It's
this.
a long sleeve.
It's a long-sleeved sports tech wicking fabric PUV James Keeling crew work.
It'll soak up your sweat, baby. It'll soak your sweat right up. Soak it up. Yeah, but this is pretty sick. And then we've got
lightweight and wicking.
We got wicking versions, and then we have regular.
Yeah, so some
versions,
things,
right?
Yeah, there you go. So some of this is actually a wicking. Okay. That is a wicking fabric. There are other long sleeve T-shirts also available for sale right this second at scottsigler.com.
That's great job.
There is a Kraken's long sleeve. There's an Orbiting Death long sleeves. Those long sleeves are not wicking. So, again, if you're like, God, this is a perfect shirt, but I want it with Krakens, just email me and let me know. I'll add that for you. I don't care.
Brian, I don't think we make onesies in your size. That probably in my size. You probably get a onesie in my size.
However, if you do, okay. So I have to tell you.
Well, you already showed it. Might as well hold it.
Well, I know, but I have to explain it first.
Okay.
So we purchase these things so that we can show you, but also so that we can make sure that they're solid and good and useful and not crap that's going to fall apart at once. So we got them before we ever put T-shirts on sale by this print on demand, and then we balled them up and put them in a corner, and Scott found them, and then I had to have them washed so the wrinkles would come out, but then he put them in the dryer without turning on the dryer. So this one's a little bit wet.
I didn't know you wanted to show them tonight. I thought you were like, just put them in the dryer. I'll get to them later.
No,
okay.
I mean, I said they're super
Mama.
wrinkly.
Look who's in the house.
Hey, Mama. Hey, Zippy. You guys, Marianne Radowski in the chat room on Facebook is my mom. She's among my best friends on earth. I love her to death. And she is a crazy Christmas lady. She has several Christmas trees, at least 3, up in her house 24/7, 365 days a year. So this is her season, you guys.
Yes.
Also, so listen, this is
Radulski, those of you recognize the last name Radulski.
That's true.
A's dad, Jake Radulski, is a character on The Crip, which I did to honor his service in the Army.
Yeah, both of my parents are veterans. So is my brother. My mom and dad, both my dad served in Vietnam. My dad served for 34 years before he retired. My mom served before she retired. My brother, they're all veterans. So we are a big veterans family.
Okay.
This is not an ombre.
I would like to point out,
onesie.
I was not wearing this and I did not piss my pants. I did not. I'm a big boy now.
But we
I'm
have
a big
onesies from newborn up to 24 months, just this style.
We got to put that down. The piss wet onesie is just I
Fair.
can't.
I
We're
had
not that
to
kind of a
explain
show.
it. I
We're not
had
that
to
kind of a show.
explain it.
Let's move on.
If there's another, if you are a Krakens fan or someone in your family is a Krakens fan or whatever, and they must have a different onesie, again, info@EmptySat. You let me know. We'll make it happen. I can do special orders for you. We have other T-shirts. These, you've seen this already. There's nothing new about this, but this is the All Criminals.
If we just change that white to like dark or purple, I think it would look. It's very grabby. It grabs your attention.
But that's what this round of T-shirts you wanted. The big
I know
grabby.
I did. Yes.
But
yes.
yeah, again, we can change it if you want. But we have
Love.
every T-shirt that's in the
Happy,
site,
happy.
every long sleeve T-shirt, anything that costs money that you pay for at ScottSigler.com,
Okay.
you can use
You just
Orange
answered
Friday.
Mary, right?
Who?
Mary Garrett.
Oh, yeah. No, I will double check again tomorrow. I can't give you all the information you want, but I know they're on the way, and I'm almost positive that he signed it this week already. So I'll give you what information
We're
can.
not. Yeah, be clear. We're not doing Stephen King or Pierce Brown numbers with my books. But every time I tell a publisher, like, you're gonna have to order more of that shit. These hardcovers are going to sell. They're always like, "That's nice, dear.
Yeah.
That's nice." And I'm like, "No, I'm telling you, we've been through this many, many times." "Oh, that's okay. Why don't you just sit there and look pretty and sign the books?" So we go through this every fucking time. We do it with Phalanx. We do it with this. And we'll probably go through the next book. Oh shit! Is that a hoodie sweatshirt?
It is.
What?
So here's the crazy
What?
thing. Scott wore this when he went to Mysterious Galaxy this week. It's brand new, and everybody. I know the art isn't new, but it's a hoodie. It's a hoodie. People have been asking me for the hoodies to come back forever, and the hoodies are back. The hoodies are back.
Yep, and
Here,
it's kind of this. It's kind of this
grab a
cool.
sleeve.
Oh, sleeve. Okay.
Yeah. See, hoodies are back.
I've been told to grab a lot of things, never a sleeve.
Here,
and
hold
it's
this.
sort of this super cool. God, it's not faded, but like this burnt orange. So it's not the obnoxious orange that's on the Kraken's helmet. So it's more like a dialed back casual. It's super cool. It's super soft. Worked out pretty great. So
And it's super soft. It again, wash this 10 times. So eventually this, I'm sure, will fade, but it hasn't yet. So are you headed to the site? Hey, Saint 318, thanks for joining.
yeah, we're going to the books here. So for
So you see
example,
we have-
here's that's super weapon.
That's
My
okay.
bad.
That's okay. This is I put a handful where they're
That's fucking
uploading
sick, bro.
around.
That's sick. Look at that.
They are. I have a bunch of sweatshirt or long sleeve shirts uploading. It takes time, but they'll all sort of look like this. You're going to have to see if they are, if it's a hoodie sweatshirt, which is this. If it's a normal T-shirt, like the ones we already sell, that poly blend that we already sell, but long sleeved, or if it's this, which is this wicking wear, and it's populating over time because I published like 85,000 things at 6 p.m. So it's taking some time. But if there's, again, anything you want, like you see a graphic that you want.
Anything you want.
We're going to do that. I have had a specific request. This is going to sound crazy to some of you who might not be familiar with the Infected series, but I have had, is it Domrek?
Yep.
I've had a request for the Domrek logo on a T-shirt, and I'm going to work on that. I don't mind doing that at all if I can find adequate art.
Hey, Saint. All right, and do we have anything else? Oh, shit, we got the Jim Dandy. We got the Jim Daddy. Also, this is the prize we will send. We're going to get to it right now. For the person who can give us, it has to be real, bitches. Do not lie. The realest, most awkward holiday coming up. We're going to do it in the chat room. The winner will receive this particular piece of merchandise, which is available in the store. So go ahead and show them, baby.
You guys, this is my favorite thing we've ever done. This is a 22-ounce insulated, vacuum insulated bottle for hot or cold. It's 22 ounces. This has the Kraken's logo on it. It's my favorite thing we've ever made.
It's so sick, dude.
It's so
shocked.
fun.
Yeah,
I have
great.
also washed this 10 times in the dishwasher, and it's fine. I've also used this a bunch because I love it. We're going to give you one of these. I mean, I will give you this one, but I will probably just order you a new one because I've used this and put my face on it. But if you want this one, you let me know.
Yeah.
If you win the story, now here's the deal. When you can start writing now, if you are like, oh shit, I have a Christmas or Thanksgiving story, put it in the chat room. It has to be in the chat room. You can't email me later for all the dramatic details. It has to be in the chat room. Our favorite story we're going to send you this, or we're going to send you a brand new one that hasn't had our faces
All
on
right,
it.
Saint, we're gonna talk. That counts, Saint. That counts. So let's see. We just got a request for a. Okay, Martin. We don't have zipper front hoodies yet, but
I'll work on it.
We do have a request for a hoodie, a PUV James Keeling hoodie.
I got both of those. David, I have yours. Martin, I have yours.
Okay.
I'm going to look into both of those, and I will tell you if I can add those.
Fucker.
If I can add those, I'll let you two specifically know. However, the Orange Friday / Black Friday coupon code for 15% off, that is active until, let's see.
Scott Pond, you sexy bitch. What's up?
Until November 26th at midnight.
Good call.
So,
Tori, fucking trench warfare hoodie. Jesus.
oh my God,
You guys are fucking great. You guys are good at this shit. You guys are fucking good at this shit.
Okay, so those three.
Dawn, we're working on baseball caps. It's more complicated. We're going to get to that eventually.
So those three requests, other than Dawn McRoberts. Sorry, Dawn McRoberts. I have a New York accent for Dawn. Those three, the PUV James Keeling hoodie will be in the store in the next 24 hours. A zip front hoodie, I'm just going to do a Kraken's one. Martin, you tell me, do you want a property of Kraken's or black hoodie? You want a black hoodie. I already know that. You're a musician. Of course you want a black hoodie. So we're going to do a Kraken's zip front hoodie. And what was the third one? There were three. Long sleeve trench warfare.
Oh my God! Look at this one.
What else do we want?
Oh shit, Becky! I was not aware that this was up yet.
You looked at that.
Yeah, I didn't know it was up though.
Oh,
The orbiting
just
death.
now.
This is the new orbiting death logo, you guys. It is the sickness. Emily Connell did this for us. This shit looks fucking. This shit looks baller, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I get a little verklempt. It's very fun, especially for the football merch, to see all this super cool shit. Oh come on! Are you kidding me with this? This is available too. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, these all just launched.
Well, you guys, now if you want this shit, now is the time to grab this shit because it's 15% off. This is going to run till when, Sweet Pea?
So this runs until November 26th, which is a Sunday. It's the Sunday after U.S. Thanksgiving. And it's 15% off anything in the store, and it runs until 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on the 26th.
Baby, you're doing a fucking great job at this. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, thanks. I really love this property of Kraken's Pint Glass. And I know, Terry Davis, you're in the chat room and you got to order that. I think I had it up for just a minute while I was.
Fun. It's just crazy fun.
Yeah,
it's
and
awesome.
this is the thing. Like,
it's cheap. It's fun. It's great.
This is what I'm saying. Like, these are easy to add.
Look at that.
We're about to order this. The only person who owns this right now is Terry Davis, who is in the chat room, because while I was adding it, you have to add it and it goes live, and he was shopping at the site. And so he bought it. And I was like, I can't stop it. He already bought it.
Oh, I remember you said that motherfucker Terry Davis bought you. Yeah, she bitched.
Never once in my life. Never once in my life. Not for him, not for his beautiful
Ollie
children
Kirby,
or his
we are
partner.
working on shot glasses. We're working on sets of shot glasses. It'll be a little while. It's a little bit harder, so we're doing a. We're
Wait,
getting
is
there.
Ollie on LinkedIn?
Yes, Ollie's on LinkedIn.
Awesome.
What's up?
That's
you know what?
awesome.
Listen, fucking, if you're on Twitter watching this shit, that's great. Facebook, Twitch. How gangster do you have to be to watch my shit on fucking LinkedIn? That's some gangster business shit right there.
So, Ollie,
Fabulous.
here's the problem. Our current print-on-demand vendor, which is Printify, who we love, doesn't have a great shot glass. They only have a milk white shot glass right now. I have already emailed them 1,000 times. I am also looking for other print-on-demand vendors that we can just add that with. We are absolutely doing shot glasses. The price point for the teeny tiny shot glasses, as you guys already know, if you buy them at the airport or at tourist destinations, is so small that we're going to do a set, 4 or 5 piece set of shot glasses.
Oh, it's going to be so
for
sick.
the GFL.
It's going to be great. All right. Now, we've already got Christine jumped, what do you call it? Jump the line? Jump the hoop?
Sure.
Whatever. She just posted her horrifying upcoming
Well, that's okay, yeah.
birthday and Thanksgiving. I went to family lunch. My father, his mother, and my great aunt forgot my birthday.
Which is the day
No
before
one said a
Thanksgiving.
thing, and I didn't say anything. So, you get to judge. I don't know how you're going to track this. You get to judge who wins. First entry is Christine, but guys, don't hold your stories for a second. Before we begin, I want you to understand, you're all playing for second place, because first place in perpetuity is this letter
Okay.
right here that my kick-ass wife's about to read.
So I'm about to read it, but I will say, go ahead and type your story if you have it, because they're probably
Brian
going to
Kane,
be
you
sort of a
beast.
little bit long,
What's up, Brian Kane?
like Christine took a minute to type. Go ahead and type. Wait to send it so that I can read it, because what happens for us is it scrolls away.
Scrolls away.
So wait until I'm done with this letter. And then send it so that I can read them all.
Pondy's watching the show on MySpace because he is a sexy retro mofo.
So I'm going to read.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I have a moment before you start, if there's any special effects.
Okay.
Scott and I got married in 2020. I was married before. I think most of you guys know that. I have a wonderful first husband who is just not mine.
Good dude.
He's a good dude. And his name is Peter. That's important to remember here. This letter that I'm going to read you arrived at our home in 2009.
Working on it, Brian.
And it has become it was for years my singular holiday tradition. This was all I did. But now, you guys have seen it on Happy Hour and stuff. Now, Christmas trees up, all the things. Like, I'm now full Christmas all the time. I'm my mama's daughter in this way. I love Christmas. But my mom can tell you, she's in the chat room, that I, for a long time, didn't even celebrate.
Hold on. Who was that, Ollie?
I don't know. What are you talking
Was
about?
Ollie on LinkedIn?
Ollie was on LinkedIn.
Ollie, I just accidentally blocked you, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fucking fix it while A's doing this.
Yeah,
No, yes, we need pictures of your child in the onesie, please.
Yes,
Info at empty
please,
set.
yes.
I'm going to work on that right now. Sorry. Dude.
So he's going to work on getting Ollie back, and I'll follow up with Ollie after. My mother in the chat room on Facebook just said, "Oh my God, is this the Christmas letter?" And it
is the
is.
Christmas letter.
You guys, I couldn't love you more, because I have had this one tradition since 2009. I have a bunch more traditions now, but this has been the way I celebrated Christmas for years since 2009. You need to know. I'll just read it. I am sharing with you my singular holiday tradition since 2009. Each year since that year, I have revisited my ex-parents-in-law 2009 Christmas letter to kick off the good cheer and wine drinking segment of the holiday season. It never fails to amaze me. You need to know a couple of notes here that are important for your enjoyment of the story. Number one, as I mentioned, my gorgeous first husband, his name is Peter. That is relevant. And it is also relevant to know that in August 2009, Peter and I took a trip to Missouri to visit the family together. Now, without further ado, spreading of holiday warmth and good cheer, I'm sharing verbatim my ex-in-law's holiday letter. Dear family, I actually have to turn on a light for this. It's a little bit dark. Give me one sec, because I don't want to have to stop.
I got you, babe. I got you.
Here we go. Dear family, please excuse the tardiness, but we have less and less enthusiasm for Christmas with each passing year. Also, Jeannie's uncle, Bill Kleiner, died 3 weeks ago. His adopted daughter, Nancy, had a half-brother at the funeral who was summoned home to a gravely ill child. Natalie also died.
Jesus Christ.
At age 11. A week later, the brother of the wife of the cousin, Tim Moser, committed suicide. David was 37. Finally, the daughter of cousin Bill was diagnosed with tongue cancer and started radiation and chemotherapy treatments this very week. Sarah is 33 and was working as a model. Deanie's Aunt Lois moved into a retirement home a couple of months ago. She was no longer able to get in or out of her house because of the steps and her arthritis. All three of the grandkids have been terribly sick this fall, with John being currently still at home. However, their illnesses have likely not been swine flu. Gabby's improved intestinal problems permitted us to take a number of road trips. Merry fucking Christmas, you guys! Let me start that paragraph over. Gabby's improved intestinal problems permitted us to take a number of road trips. In the spring, as well as the fall, we went to the casinos in Tunica, Mississippi. In May, we drove to Phoenix and Las Vegas with a side trip to Tombstone and Tucson. The main street of Tucson has been preserved to look very much like it did in the time of Wyatt Earp. In Tucson, we went through the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, which is the graveyard for obsolete U.S. military aircraft. In August, Peter flew from California, and we all went to a resort in the Lake of the Ozarks. I hope everything is well with you. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Yeah, so the part is, oddly, the worst part of that fucking shit show train wreck of a family
Kimberly,
Christmas letter
hi, nice to see you.
is that they did not include A as part of the family.
Without question, that is the best part of the letter, right? Like, that little oversight is definitely a slight on me, but the rest of that whole letter is so miserable.
Now, I want you all to know that as long as we continue to do Sigler in Place, the Sigler in Place super special family holiday episode will always include this letter.
It is true what I said.
Can I read it next time?
Yes.
Oh, God,
it is my
yes.
holiday tradition that I share this with people I love. And I say, like, look, you guys, hey, I share with this because I love it so much. And now I've shared it with you because I love you guys.
Great. So now we got about 15 minutes left. Let's go ahead, and I would like, if you guys have been waiting, what I'm looking for is your, I guess we'll go past or future coming up. Mm-hmm. Give us your most awkward holiday situation. Julie Press. Okay, David Taylor says okay, hold on. I know you guys. I'm going to go back to Maine because it's too much to read.
Yeah, you read his. Well,
I will dramatically perform all of these.
Julie, I know you don't have it prepped.
David Taylor says,
holiday letter
one Thanksgiving, my wife at the time and I were to her grandparents for Thanksgiving. This was always a big event for a large family. Before we got married, we had to sleep in the twins' room. 2 separate beds, old school style. After we were married, they gave us a room. Oops, hold on. It's moving too much. They gave us a room with a full-size bed, given that we were no longer, quote, out of wedlock, end quote.
Finally.
Well, the second night, the morning of Thanksgiving, we were fast asleep, and around 2 a.m., the old-school wooden bed frame decided to fail, and the bed crashed to the floor. As it turned out, her grandfather was restoring the windshield of his 68 Mustang he was restoring under the bed, and the windshield was destroyed. So not only did we destroy this expensive windshield, but we were looked upon with great shame for, quote, breaking the bed frame, quote, on accident in Grandma's house. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So every year after we were always asked if we were going to break another bed, and to her grandma's credit, she said, David, first of all, let's be honest.
David, you have to fold it in.
David, come on. We all know the truth. It did not just accidentally break, David. It sounds like you two are getting your holiday spirit on. You know what I'm saying? It's fabulous.
David, you have to follow up. Come on.
That's fabulous. All right.
Okay, no, he might be a contender right now.
Oh, he's a contender, yeah.
Yeah, because the answer to that, so every year after we were always asked if we were going to break another bed, to her grandma's credit, she said, how do you think babies are made?
Grandma, know what's up.
I would
First
die.
of all, there is not... I would like to point out, for the record, biologically speaking, I am a trained tactician and expert in the field of sexual reproduction.
Oh my God.
There is not one grandma on this entire world who has not gotten her fucking boots on. You know what I'm saying? Grandma got her business.
No, we're done. We're talking about Sean Dyer, and I'm reading it. Sean Dyer has a contender for the beautiful Kraken's water bottle, which, Mama, I'm already getting you one of these if you want it. Sean Dyer says this. I got to put that down. New Year's Eve, a few years back, myself and 2 friends finished up festivities at a local casino and are headed home. We drive past a strip club and decide to stop in. Yes. What follows is the most surreal experience I could have had in such a place. All of the women either had the day off or were giving lap dances in the champagne room. I'll call it. So what happens is that DJ calls one name to the stage, then a very different name, then they seemed very defeated and just played music for half an hour. Wait, did you have to pay to get into this strip club? This is important. This is important. On New Year's Eve.
Oh, Lord. You went to a strip club on New Year's Eve and just, you know what? I've said this, man. I like to go to strip clubs because they got great sound systems. And I just listen to the music. That's what I do. I just listen to music.
Listen, I love a strip club. I'm not going to lie. Just love a strip club.
Saint says, one Valentine's Day when I was 17.
Wait.
What?
It had a $10 code.
Oh, God.
So Sean Dyer on New Year's Eve with his buddies paid $10 to watch the DJ play music to an empty stage.
Saint, on Valentine's Day when he was 17, and the ex got into a screaming match and fought all day.
Oof.
My friend, have had at least 2 knockdown, drag-out Valentine's Day fights in my past.
I mean, none of them are with me.
None of those are with you.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, Valentine's Day, my friend, is a trepidatious moment full of landmines that one can step on without having any knowledge whatsoever that there was even a war afoot. Not even a war afoot.
All right. I see your point. Here's the thing.
Brian King, don't eat strip club food. Good. There you go. Good.
I will say I have acquaintances, female acquaintance, women I know and have been transient friends with in my time, who get like, I am a human being who is a woman who does not have a human child. I have dogs that I love. I have cats that I have loved in my life. And I have friends who are women who do that, get mad and argue and everything, when Mother's Day comes by and they don't have a human child, but they didn't get a Mother's Day gift.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's crazy.
What?
That's crazy. All right. I like this one from Brian Leach. Here we go. Thanksgiving 1988. My brother, the bully true to his name, decides to pick on other brother about his beard. Fist fight ensues. Police called. Both brothers arrested. Great times on Thanksgiving Day with the family getting together. That's a toughie. That's a toughie.
Okay, so Brian, I need to know. You said specifically the bully true to his name. Was his nickname Bully?
No.
Was his name Brute?
Just go.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were having a comment. Great.
No, that was it. I was just wondering.
Yeah, we want to know. We want to know the name. We want to know the name.
Just
All
in
right,
case, but that is rough too.
Angela Clark is not bearing the lead. She's bearing the story. She says, let's see, I accidentally went to a strip club in the Czech Republic with friends. Okay, great. I want to hear more about this. Martin Evans says, I was born 9 months after Valentine's Day. Basically, I'm evident.
Yeah, you know what? I'll read it. Martin Evans said, I was born 9 months after Valentine's Day. Basically, I'm evidence of the last fight my parents made up for.
So the problem I have is from all the podcasting, I read roughly 7 to 8 words ahead in the sentence. So I'm actually speaking the word I read about 1.5 to 2 seconds ago. And this has just happened because if I read it, I've learned if you read ahead, when there's a typo or something you missed in the text, you have that 2-second loop to correct it in your head and deliver a smooth line, which requires less editing. But once I read what Martin said, I could not get past it.
Vaughn Lowe on Facebook said, yeah, you have insane friends. Vaughn,
You're our friends.
We met in Austin. We're pals. Sorry to tell you. We're friends.
Yes, Vaughn, we do have insane friends. That's absolutely true. Let's see.
Howard and Tully, nice to
Howard
see you.
Chris Growell says, Valentine's Day is a day where shitty people do what they should be doing every day of the year. That's actually quite romantic. That's quite romantic.
Yeah, that's true.
I treat every day with you like it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, my God, you guys.
Every day.
This last couple of weeks, I have been a little under the weather, and I have been wearing sweats like the abominable snowman for 2 weeks and doing nothing. And he's all like, oh, I love your, oh, is that a new lipstick? Like, he's so nice. It's so nice. It's not, yeah.
All right, we got about...
You are not the exception that proves the rule, Vaughn. I know this. You have a crazy story.
We've got about 10 minutes left. If anyone has another awkward story to enter into the ring.
And remember, it doesn't just have to be Thanksgiving and New Year's. People have been talking about Valentine's Day. If you have a terrible Arbor Day story, if you have a terrible, Versailles Day story, just go ahead and share it. That's okay.
I'm going to invent a terrible Versailles Day story.
I actually have a terrible
Oh,
Versailles
come on.
Day
Let's
story.
go. Here we go. Let's go.
Okay, this is insane. No, Bastille Day. Sorry, Bastille Day.
Oh, I'm one here.
You can
now.
make up. Yeah, you can make up the.
I don't give a shit.
Bastille Day. So I went to high school in a town called New Rochelle in New York. It's where my brother lives and my sister-in-law lives. And we had a sister city, which is where Bastille Day happened, I guess, right? So in France. And so we would sort of celebrate like that sister city ship. And that was the day I got broken up with from my high school sweetheart, that very day. And so I was like, we were supposed to go. And it was a whole thing, like with like, a celebration and a thing from the mayor and like a little bit of fireworks display, like tiny. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And then I got broken up with him. So it wasn't, that won't.
Frankly, I was expecting
that won't win the water bottle.
I was expecting something a little more from your Bastille Day story.
I mean, I only have the letter. That's my whole goal.
Okay.
I have the letter.
All right.
Oh, no. You're right. You're telling me. Here, hold this. The day that I got broken up with, I was also wearing a foam rubber Oreo cookie costume.
How do you forget that part of the fucking story, dude?
I just didn't want to say it, but you prompted.
Oh, my God. Ooh, okay. First of all, Dr.
Here, I'll take it.
Dr. Jane Baker, PhD, is the first time I've been told to, here, hold this. And I held this. If you're still on, it's pretty impressive. So, yeah. Okay. All right, so.
Listen, Vaughn, I wasn't going to talk about the fact. Okay, it's important to note that we were working. He was a magician. We were both magicians. Okay, I see your point. But
this is why I write the books in a family, for fuck's sake. You left out the fact, well, I was dating a magician.
He
and
was my high school sweetheart.
I happened to be dressed as an Oreo fudge cookie. And like at this point, if I'm in a bar and someone turns to me, here we go, ready? We're drinking, right? Ready? Ready? We're drinking? No, you're paying attention. I don't know you. Ready?
All right.
Watch the bartender, guy.
I am. Hi, bartender.
Here we go. So listen. So I was dating this musician, and I got to say, at the time, I was dressed like an Oreo fudge cookie. And it was Bastille Day. Dude.
Go on.
That's it. Whoever is sitting at the bar, they could think you are the most repulsive piece of pus on the planet. They're going to be like, yeah, I want to hear the rest of this. Not one of you in this room would not be like, absolutely out of town. Like, I'm going to listen to this fucking story.
So
and you left those parts out.
Well, okay. It's Bastille Day. Who the fuck cares about Bastille Day? Listen.
That's why it's so good.
Brian Kane. You know we're pals. You know we're friends. You know we're going to be friends forever. Because you asked, I don't have a picture of the breakup, of course. Oh, it is also important to note that I had alcohol the day before for the one and only time before I was 21.
Is this an alcohol-related story?
Not really.
Okay.
I just had, I was sort of nerdy and I wouldn't drink alcohol because it wasn't legal. But then I did drink fruit punch for Bastille Day, and it had alcohol in it. And so I also had my first drink. But I don't think that contributed.
Okay, so now we have one from Jay Radimus over on Twitch.
Oh, wait, before. Brian, I will look. I know I have a photo of me in the Oreo suit.
I want to see it because I've never seen it.
And my high school sweetheart magicianing.
Okay, real quick. Okay, I'm not going to ask this question. All right, Jay Radimus, ready? Here we go. Jay Radimus will be the last one. We got time for one more. I don't know if I can type the whole thing fast enough. On a Mother's Day, I accidentally set our apartment balcony on fire, only a small section, and...
It was small. It was mine.
And had to rescue our pet bunny who escaped the smoke out of the balcony into a downstairs neighbor's enclosed patio while they were away, then climb back up. So what you're telling me is you had to be a second-story man to go down a story to get your bunny and then climb back up.
I'm glad you repaired that from Bundy.
Well, it could be a second story Bundy. That's a whole different story. It involves a magician and an Oreo fudge cookie costume. Jay Radimus, if the cops were called, bonus points. If the cops were called and they couldn't figure out who done it, double bonus points. So just let us know. Let us know in the chat. There we go. All right, we got, okay. Preposterous Hippopotamus says.
You want me to read it?
Yep.
This definitely isn't a winner. Hello, Aaron. We will be the deciders of that. But it's all I've got. First apartment shared with 2 friends. I made the whole Thanksgiving dinner, soup to nuts. Half an hour before dinner, the 2 friends get into a screaming match and one storms off. Ooh, the most silent dinner and lots of leftovers. Oh,
you know what? If you get turkey sandwiches for a long time, that was the fucking prize, dude.
Should I read this one too?
No, I'll read Tori's.
All right.
Tori Pond. When I was about 8, a few weeks before Christmas, I turned to my mom in our car while riding down the road and said, Mom, I want you to tell me the truth. Is Santa real? That's when she started telling me this BS about, well, the spirit of Santa is real, but there is no man that comes down the chimney. I said, so the guy at the mall isn't real either, right? She informed me that he was a helper. That's when I lost my mind and screamed, you let me sit on a stranger's lap all these years?
Queen. Yes.
We sat in silence for so long when I turned to her and said, not only did you let me sit on a strange man's lap for Christmas, but Easter as well. He probably likes children and is a creeper. And she gave me a silent look. We didn't talk for the rest of the day, and I've been mad since.
So listen, before you read or I read Angela's,
yeah, okay.
I have to tell you, Tori.
Sup, Jude, Brolo?
Oh, Brolo. I'm about to tell stories out of.
Well, we got to do Angela's first. We're running out of time.
Yeah. But, Tori, to your end, I have also a Christmas photo that I might try and find of my brother and I. We were not terribly upset to be with Santa, but neither one of us would sit on his lap. So, Martin Evans, no, I actually broke up with my high school sweetheart. He did not break up with me wearing a cape and a top hat, although I probably would have stayed with him if he did.
Facts. That's a fact. That's going to get you second dates, bro.
So Angela Clark shares this story.
This is accidentally going to a strip club in the Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic. Yeah.
Which I, frankly, I'm not going to lie, I've watched many pornos about accidentally going to a strip club in the Czech Republic. Let's see what happens.
We walked by. There were signs suggesting it was a casino. We walked up and asked how to get into the casino. The dude started started walking us in, turned to me and said, have you ever been to a strip club? I looked at the 2 people with me and I said, yes, I have. My one friend had the look of, who are you? And the other one was like, me too. We walked down a lot of steps. At this point, I thought maybe things were going to go south. At this nondescript door, dude looks at me and says, have fun.
Okay.
And opens the door to a whole situation you would have never guessed was happening from the casino end. Good times. Rest of our group was getting foot massages.
Angela, I'm pretty sure you could have got a foot massage in the champagne room if you just busting out the money. Chris Grohl, my horror's vegetarian Thanksgiving every 2 years. Oh, that burns. Vegetarian Thanksgiving, which actually means I do not give thanks for this holiday. Fuck you, eat these vegetables. That's what it actually means. Is that this year,
Chris? I need to know.
Daniel Baker's vote. My vote has to be the Bearded Battle episode of Cops. You know, let's just ad hoc. Take some votes. That's it. We're done with stories. You guys may in the chat room now type in your favorite story that we've had
but
so
you
far.
said I get to decide.
They're giving you info.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You still decide. Oh, baby. Every day is Valentine's Day with you, baby. Every day.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's a good thing after tonight.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Ready, babe?
I got you, Chris.
Ready?
I do.
Let's go. Do you want to pick the winner?
Oh, I thought I do it live right now?
Yes.
Oh, we didn't talk about that part.
No,
yes, give me a second.
We made this shit up as we went along, frankly.
No, you told me before.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. While she figures out what the fuck's going on. Fuck. I can't see what's going on. Ollie Kirby, you may still have been blocked, so I don't see a way to get rid of the block list anymore. So that's on me, dude.
Ollie,
that's on me.
Just don't do that.
see. No, I can't. That's not a block. Is that a block list?
Ollie and Ollie Kirby,
That
both
is
of those.
not. I'm telling you, that's not a block list. That is the chatter name. No, how come I started?
But did you just block all those
You know
names?
what? I believe you're right. Hold on.
Yeah, undo Ollie, undo Ollie.
Ollie, there you should be. Ollie, if you're still on LinkedIn, throw in a comment because sexy time just figured out how to work the technology.
Sir. So I got to say, J.R. Radmus, I think you win. The Mother's Day that you set the bunnies on fire, I think you win. So, yeah, that's the worst.
Okay, that's fine.
That's the worst.
You know what? Setting bunnies on fire is an actual thing. Jay Radimus, you need to send your contact info to
My favorite thing about
info@emptyset.com.
it is he was like, okay. So I accidentally set our apartment's balcony on fire.
A small portion of our balcony on fire, which that was the detail that sold it.
Small portion. Fire is fire is fire, you guys.
Oh, my God. You guys, this has been a super fun episode. We appreciate you, and we're going to talk more about holiday shit coming up because it's the holidays and we fucking sell shit.
So remember, if anything that you see for sale you can't buy for sale, or you want like a pint glass with a different thing on it, or like a zip sweatshirt or whatever, info@emptyset. I will do anything for y'all so you can buy it in the Black Friday sale.
We're dirty product sluts. If there's something you want to buy... Frankly,
Porn is all small.
we are the product manufacturers that you want to take to prom because we're easy, and we're like, sure, we'll make this fucking shit for you, and then it stays in the store, and some other person will buy it 5 years from now. It's all just fucking fine. Yes, just the tip. Why am I showing him this? I want
don't
to show
know.
this.
Yeah. So
hey, listen up. Coming up next week, Wednesday, November 15th. Here we go. We're going to have the author Jeffrey Haskell on with us. Super cool dude. Good book. Check it out. If you have time to read it before, you can ask him questions, and they can be very tough questions. That's fine.
And I think we're done. Until then, we absolutely want you to stay safe.
We want you to stay smart.
And we need you to stay science.
And for the love of science, stay informed. Also, I've got to point out... Yeah, but I've got to point out at this point, it's for some reason... I decided that now that I am an actor, I decided I need more screen time.
Oh.
So.
Oh, have I forgotten?
I changed the script. I don't know how I changed the script. I just want you guys to read this. I took all the lines.
Oh, you can't
see
it.
So this says, ABS.
You did take all
the lines. Keep the verbal for short below. This is branding and boilerplate. Then it says, Scott. We'll be back on Wednesday, November 15th, Jeffrey Haskell. Scott, stay smart. Scott, stay science. Scott, and for the love of science, stay informed. So suck a bag of dicks. You need a better agent. This screen time is mine, girl.
I'll post this photo on Sigler Junkies. You guys. We love you guys so much. Woo! Thank you for being here with us.
Woo! So, again, ScottSigler.com. There is a shop button there. There's all kinds of super fun stuff. Orange Friday.
Live now.
Black Friday. Live now. You guys are the first to know. We haven't even announced it.
1,000 things.
Hasn't been in the email yet. Hasn't been in the text yet.
There's a tote bag you haven't seen.
I showed the tote bag. I showed on the screen.
Okay. There's a license plate. PUG James Keeling license.
The PUG James Keeling. Jesus Christ.
Holder.
This is why we need a continuity editor. For fuck's sake.
For the love of science, stay Scott.
Or fuck you. Hold on. Before we go, I'm just going to go ahead and say this right here. Fuck you, Howard.
Kimberly Haney, so lovely to see you too.
Oh, I blocked myself. Ah!
Kimberly Haney, so lovely to see you. Brian Kane, so lovely. All of you, so
Michael
lovely
Grace,
to see you. Saint 318, so lovely for you to join us. Come back.
Yeah.
We're these idiots the whole time.
This is you know what? This is not an act. This is not a character. This is 24/7 idiots. Now, I want to let you guys all know that you may all kiss off into the sky.
You have to hang out with me the rest of the night, though.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.